This is Steven, your host. I am here on episode 50, and it's the end of the year. It's the last episode of the year. And I wanted to just do a little recap to our Spikenard culture family, and also wanted to just encourage you guys to do it afraid. That's the title of this episode because I really want to end this year and enter into the next year with this as like our go-to, like something we champion each other to do is just do it afraid. And why do I say do it afraid is because in the last year as a family we have launched, like meaning Spikenard, we have launched so many things. There's so many things that have happened that never would have happened if we did not take that step to do it afraid and to just kind of take courage, to do it afraid. I think it's not the lack of fear, right? It's doing something even in the midst of fear and just kind of getting it done. So I will start with our Devo team. Like, so we have a team called Anthology. So this year we were able to do two devotionals released on new version. The first one, Through Her Eyes, on Easter. We released that. There was a team led by Amy Gunta, and she did such a great job and had a team of other girls that came alongside her. River Lynn, we had Sharon from Hyderabad as well. And yeah, they just did such an amazing job. And they kind of launched our first devotional ever. So that was a first. And then for Christmas, we just released the Tapestry of Christmas. And so that was done by, girls from like different continents. We had Nairobi, we had Bangalore, we had Hyderabad, we had, Illinois. So we had girls from these different places kind of coming together to write. So that was an amazing thing to just kind of do together, overcoming culture differences and things like that. The second department I wanted to highlight was Jatamansi. We have this as like we have music videos. Well, it's really devotional series, music videos that are done more of a devotional way. And we had four sessions released, Sela, Hefzibah, Nahoth, and Emmanuel. You guys know Sela was like our first one with Prince Mula, and then we had Hefzibah and we had Nahoth and we had Emmanuel, and they just kind of followed suit after. And I'm really proud of our team. Neto did such a great job. We had Geshom, it's like a partnership with Geshom from We Are Zion, and he was our editor and did such a killer job for us. So I'm really thankful for the team there. And we had other people, of course, helping, with designs like Alicia, and we had other people, of course, who were the on screen talent like Prakuti, Sam, Abison, Prince. And so we're really grateful for you guys. Thank you. Then we had the collective team. So this is like our I would say, what most people know Spikenard for. So the collective has been going on since the beginning, bringing artists on, featuring them, praying for them, encouraging them, giving them that courage to do it afraid, right? Like they have dreams. Hey, go out there and do it. We had amazing year. We had so many artists, represented from the Northeast to the South. We're just so happy to have done this. And then another cool thing about this is, Spikenard Africa as well, started and we started hosting African artists this year. So that was a new thing, right? So that another new thing. So we did so many new things in each department this year. And that's why I am so, so grateful and I'm so happy with the team that was able to lead. And, from Prax to, the team in Africa with, Merslin and Bethu and Emonje and Joanne. Like I just appreciate you guys. Vereso came in through just she's an amazing, amazing artist and she came and just served this year. I'm just so, so grateful for these people who really believed in the vision. And Rylan, just always an amazing person to have on the team. So really, really grateful for these guys who were able to step in. And just Anna Basker as well. She really came through and stepped in and helped us, especially with the admin roles and everything that was happening. And and we have so many people who are involved in this thing. From Lydia Tala to Alicia Avinash. We have so many people who are involved in this whole process. Pradeep. We have so many people. It's because we have over 40. This year we we jumped to 40, 50 volunteers, and so there's so many names and so many people making these things happen. And then another one that I want to highlight is Mobcom. So that was kind of like our on Tuesday nights we would have people come on, and these Tuesdays we would have like a worship leader and then a speaker, and then we would have a time of creating, and we saw so many people impacted. I mean, I remember this year one of the nights we had over 80 people, like I think 86 people joining a call. I mean, that was a record numbers. I was so shocked, and just grateful for people like Alicia, Prax, and Rylan who kind of joined forces to really create this thing and make it what it is. So that team, with Pradeep, with Mercy Susanna, and so many others, right? Vina, we had so many people who joined in and made this thing work. We had teachers like, Riverlyn. We had Nixon from Face to Face jumping on. We had Joshua Paul coming in and teaching as well. So we had such a vast array of people coming in, and also new visitors. We had, about 20, 25 people at the end who were, consistent, just like learning the word together. And I'm super, super stoked what we're able to do. And then the fifth is Bass, Breaking Alabaster Sounds. And so we were in 5 cities. We started in Hyderabad, went to Delhi, Bangalore, Chennai, Guntur, and we saw over 700 people come to our events, in person. And that's just such a powerful thing to say. In 5 cities, we were able to impact this many people. And we just, we got people to just to say and to, in a sense, step into a place of believing in their dreams, breaking the alabaster jar. And testimonies that stand out to me, I guess, Shom from We're Zion, who said that, he actually just released a film here this Christmas, and he mentioned Bass as like one of the things, a catalyst that helped him, to launch this film. And so I'm super, super excited about that. I remember Ross and Guntu, one of the leaders that, partner with us. He did so much for his city during COVID, and just really served and gave so much to his city, and just kind of gave credit to that we were able to stand with him in that. And then Harshit is another guy who's a leader, a youth leader in Hyderabad. He also launched a website that he had been dreaming about for a long time, and he gave credit to our team for just going there and inspiring him for him to break the alabaster jar. And then, I want to highlight Lighthouse. You guys remember Lighthouse? We're no longer doing it, but it was an initiative kind of born out of what was happening in India at that point with like COVID. And we had so many people who came in and did so much for this city. And I'm so, so excited to see this team just come back, hopefully, again. So when we launched Lighthouse, we were aiming to really encourage people as they were going through so much, and we had so many collaborations from tables from our journey with Prax and Bridge. We had Sam. We had so many others that came on to partner with us. We had different, mental health advocates come in and help us with this project. And we had a mental health awareness week where we had different speakers talking about, suicide awareness, and just like as many people are just going through loss. And so we took opportunity to really go after this thing. And another team I wanted to highlight was Culture, this team that puts a podcast on. We had so many, episodes in a sense, like, because this was our first time doing a podcast together, and this is the 50th episode actually. And so super, super stoked that we are able to reach to 50. We kept going, and we had some, like ups and downs, but we were able to kind of get to it and really go after it. And I just want to highlight, so many of our teammates who made this happen. I just want to highlight Ember, who's like the probably one of the best leaders we have in our community. She is sharp. She leads her team so well. I mean, all her team respects her so much. We had Shipra, who was like an amazing admin for this team. We had Blessin, who just started creating these amazing reels and just like topics, bringing topics. He's like a guy who's always like got ideas. Peter John, an amazing, amazing producer as well as a graphic designer who was able to help us with different graphic tools. And then we had, different teammates, from John Isaac, who also helped us, in editing. We had Jonathan Albert, who was like one of our consistent editors, and he was also on the team for Lighthouse. So he was able to move onto culture and really help us build that culture team. So I was really, really stoked to have that. And then like as I mentioned earlier, we had Spikenard Africa as like a thing that we launched to really, help bring the African, representation in our family and what they bring to the table. And that was like such a key win, because I wouldn't have done it without people like Merslin, who came behind me and said, "Hey, we need this. We want to do it." And she honestly got me to that place of doing it, stepping out and doing it afraid. So want to shout out to Merslin as well. And then like our global fam, which was like a Spikenard Global. It's like our IG page, with our Facebook. We did so many lives, and we had so much engagement this year, especially in the middle of the year. We had like a solid team, just led by Alicia. She, had so many of our, creatives, creating and just releasing content on a pretty consistent basis. And she's like one of those people that's so mad creative, and really, really excited to see even what we kind of come up with this next year. And there's so many collaborative projects, right, that we did beyond these things that we do as a family. And we had collaborations with Outcast, FOLJ, New Life City, Emmanuel House of Prayer, We Are Zion, New Generation Church. We had just helping with song stories for Bridge, Project Life during the pandemic. We sponsored two students, to go to Outcast Academy. And we just did a winter blanket drive with Kashi Fire Warriors and Fin Mango. So we were able to do so much as a collaboration with other organizations. And I'm excited to see what collaborations we're able to do this year, because we're all about collaborations. We're all about, finding other people who have the same values we do and just doing it together. So yeah, I just want to say thank you so much, and want to encourage everyone who's listening, who's got here, to, hey, do it afraid. There's so many new things that we launched this year. Honestly, when I was writing this all down, I'm like, wow, there's so many people, there's so many new people, there's so many new ideas, there's so many new things that were done here, right? And it's so easy to forget, so easy to just like forget like how much you've grown as a team. And I just want to commend everyone that really has stepped up to make this work, to make what we do work. And I know that we would not be here without all of you. Just want to thank people like Abison, who, for the last year really served with us, as, he's launching his own brand and moving forward. I just think of guys like that who really came alongside us, really served the vision, really helped us, develop our content strategy in a lot of ways. Our logo credited to him, honestly. And so really grateful for our partners, our main collaborations with Bridge Music. Sam, I just want to say thanks for standing with me this last year. And then the last would be Outcast with Ricky. He just really stood with us, really believed in what we were doing, and came alongside me to just, yeah, give me ideas, give me tips, help me develop content ideas. And yeah, so thank you guys so much. And I will see you guys next year. We have so much, like that we're preparing for you. And I'm excited to see what we can come up with as we really aim to be thought leaders, cultural thought leaders. And so without further ado, I'll see you next year.